So I'm looking around today on Facebook Marketplace looking for a radiator heater because I have a couple of properties that I need to work on, and a lot of times in the wintertime you got to do things to it, and sometimes you just don't have any heat. The gas is turned off and you like to have some portable heat. So I've been looking at radiator heaters on Facebook Marketplace. Not a lot locally in my area that I really wasn't interested in until I came across this one here for $100, and it was marked down to $75. So I offered him $60, and he said, yeah, come and get it. So I jumped on the wagon, and guess where I went? Yep, I went and picked it up, and it's mine for $60. Now, it doesn't work. He says it starts up and goes right back off. So I took a chance. It looks like it's about 20 years old, but it looks like it's still in really good condition. So thought this would be a little fun video to do, and let's see if I can actually fix this. All right, I'm back from the trip. Let's see what this thing looks like. It's sitting in here. Ta-da! It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually, because if you look at it, it's the size of my hand. This thing's probably almost 2.5 feet across. It's actually nicer than I thought it was going to be. It's never been opened up. It's even got some kerosene in it, so we don't know what's wrong with it. It could be just bad kerosene. It could be the igniter. The nice thing is, without this thing being open, no one's been in here, so it probably could be a simple fix. Now, I didn't even find a manual for this online, although this thing's probably good 20, 25 years old. You can still get some parts floating around on eBay for them if you know what you're doing, and if you can get the right part, maybe we can just get this thing fixed. So we're going to pull this out of here, and we're going to hook it up to some power and see what we actually got. Look at these wheels, pretty big wheels. Alright, so I want to look inside here and see what the kerosene looks like, and there's no way I'm getting this off with my hands. I've tried that. So I'll use these big old vice grips and somehow maybe grip it, get this broken loose without bending it or anything. She's on there tight. It's probably been sitting for quite some time. Alright, cap's in good shape. I don't know if we can see down in there or not, but I can see down in there. I don't know if you can or not. It's nice and clean. Yeah, nice and shiny down there. A little bit of kerosene in there. That's it. I think you can kind of see it. Alright, so that's good news. Our cap is in good shape. Our gasket there and our little vent hole is intact. So, now let's go ahead and take it inside and hook it up to some power and see what it actually does when you first start it up. Alright, so reading the instructions, this is basically the type that you just plug in and wait 5 seconds and it'll kick on. Then when you unplug it, you wait 10 seconds and it kicks off. And one thing I wanted to show you on the bottom here, there is a plug on the bottom where you can actually drain it right here. The plug, and you can if I turn it better, you can drain all the old kerosene out. Actually clean it out, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't see any switches on it, so this could be just like a basic model at the time, because some of them will have a push button here to turn it on and off. Some will actually have a thermostat, but we're going to leave it the way it is. We're going to leave it stock and try to fix it. So let's go ahead and plug it up and see what happens. Alright, so let's grab us a cord here. Hopefully the lighting will be okay, because I know there's a lot of light coming in where the garage door is, but I think that'll be okay. But I want to make sure we watch this here. Even the front of this, I noticed, look how kind of shiny it is. So it doesn't look like it's got a lot of hours on it. It doesn't look like it was abused or anything, but we'll see. Alright, so let's do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, we don't have anything at this point. It ain't doing anything. Alright, let's do that one more time. I know I got power here, and I remember the instruction says you gotta wait 5 seconds for it to kick on when you plug it in. So let's wait 5 seconds, Mr. Impatient there, Nathan. I was just too excited. Alright, so here we go. Plug it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so it's blowing. I see a little smoke there. And that's all we get. Huh. Let's do it one more time. Unplug it and plug it back in. We've got to wait 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't hear nothing clicking, so let's plug it back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, you see that? We had a little flame there, so maybe we can fix this thing after all. Oh boy, this is going to be exciting. All right, we'll do it one more time here before we tear it apart, but you see a little bit of fumes there, a little bit of smoke. So it's been unplugged for about 20-30 seconds. Let's plug it back in again and see how much flame we can get. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She wants to run, baby. All right, well, we'll see if we can fix her. All right, so we're in the garage tonight, and I've got just about all the screws out. Yeah, I think that one's out. I had trouble with some of them. I had to put a pair of snips under here and kind of push up on the bottom of the screw because the retainer, I believe, is stripped. I don't know. All right, so let's see. I'm going to take this off, and there we go. And there that is. So pretty clean in there. Yeah, these things here, little guys there, if you ever take one apart, you may have to kind of push up on the bottom of the screw and try to get this out. And this was actually looks like a little 7/16 socket. Anyway, so check some hoses here. Check the photocell, which is down here. That we'll just kind of look at some hoses here, make sure everything is in good shape. The filters back here, if I just touch it, it's so brittle, it's falling apart. This is pretty bad. This could be part of our problem. The filters could be really bad, but I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to let all this stuff fall off on it. So I think what I'll do is check this photocell first. Let's see. I know the blower works. So what I might be able to do here is try to fire it up real quick, and you can see in there it glows, it gets red. So I know the glow plug or the igniter is okay. So let's plug this in. I don't have to count to 5, 6 seconds. All right, it's plugged in. You see it in there? Yeah, so that's, we know that's working. I can see fuel shooting out of there, and we got sparks. So perhaps we just got a plugged up fuel filter, or maybe this photocell, but I would think it would stay on a little bit longer before it would kick off if the photocell was dirty, but we'll check that first. But I'm really interested. This is the fuel line here. I'll have to take this other panel off down here to access this fuel filter, so let's get that off there real quick. All right, we got one screw out. Number 2. And these are actually a little bit different from the ones that go up here. These have a pointier end. The other one's more like just regular sheet metal screws, I guess, for this guy here. See, these are really pointy. What I'll have to do is take this off and smash this down a little bit so the threads will grip that. So if I ever need to take it apart again, it'll come right out. The screw will come right out. And one more. Here you go. Warning to New York residents, city residents. Gotta be real careful about these. All right, let's get this guy off of here. And all right, so we'll better unplug it. Oh, well, I still have it plugged in, but here is a look at the board. There's even a little fuse back there. How cute is that? I'll get you a little closer look there. Down there. So, fuse looks okay. So here's a fuel filter. Now I'm really worried about messing with it too much because I know this is real brittle. So we're gonna see. What I'll do is take this top hose off here, if I can get it off, because it's kind of cold in here and this stuff's real stiff. I'm going to pull this off and blow through here and see if it's free. I'm not going to suck on it. I'm going to just kind of blow back through it. Then we'll check this photo cell. And we'll fire it back up and see if it runs, but I don't see a whole lot. But it looks like it's getting plenty of air pressure getting blown in there, because I can see the fuel getting pushed in there pretty good with the air pressure. So let's try that first. All right, this is so nerve-wracking trying to get this off without breaking this. Oh, there we go. Woo. All right, we got a little fuel, so I'm gonna have to try to blow down in there now and see if we got any bubbles. So here goes nothing. Well, she's sucking a little fuel back, and I can hear it coming through the lid. So the vent's working, so I'm not sure. It's almost like it's almost like the tube going down into this gas tank is not picking up enough fuel. It may not have enough fuel in it. I know it's got some in it, but it may only have a half a gallon in it, and that may be its limit. It may be half a gallon unusable. So yeah, let me tip this back and get all the fuel closer to the bottom of this. So that's not stopped up. So we're going to put this back together and maybe try to put some more fuel in here, but I still want to go ahead and check this photo cell and make sure it's okay, but I don't see any leaks. I would love to pull this piece out, but I'm afraid I'll end up breaking it. Oh wait, here it goes. It's coming out. All right, there we go. All right, well, if I can get this apart, let me see if I can get this apart and we'll check it all. All right, so I've been playing around with this. I found a little bit of stuff in the bottom of this, but I cleaned it out and it's clean. I can blow through it, and I don't see anything else wrong with it. So you never know, that little bit of stuff in there could be a problem. Also, the fuel's very low, so we're going to stick all this back in. And check a couple more things here. All right, so I got the photo cell out. I don't know if you could see that. It's pretty clean. So I'm not too worried about that. So we're just going to slide this back in. And we're going to get some more kerosene. We're going to fill this up a little bit more once I stick that back in there. And we're just going to see if it works. It could be an air adjustment, but we know we're getting fuel here. All this seems to work okay. So let's go ahead and put some more fuel in there. And I don't see anything else here that's broken or got a hole in it. But I could be wrong. So let's go get some fuel, more fuel. All right, let's get this fuel in here now. Locally, we can't get kerosene anymore. So what you can do, if you have a 5-gallon jug, put 4 gallons of diesel fuel in it and 1 gallon of regular car gas, and that'll thin it out. And you can use that in these kerosene heaters. At least this one you can. But do that at your own risk, and you'll save yourself about $5 per 5 gallons or so. So I think we've got about 2 gallons in it or so. So I think we're just going to stop there because I don't want to have to drain it back out in case there's any problems with anything. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's pretty clean. I got everything up here clean, wiped off. Got all the wires checked. The motor looks relatively clean, nice. It's just that filter in the back. It's falling apart. I'm not going to touch it. And everything else here I've checked. And all that. And I even see the igniter back in there. It's in good shape. So I've wiped it down a little bit. I just found a little bit, like I said, in that tank, in that hose. Some kind of white milky stuff. Let me just show you real quick what I found. And that's kind of what it looked like. I kind of tapped it on the back of this mirror. I'm not sure what that stuff was in there. It almost looks like it's some of that filter, but I don't see how that could get in there. But anyway, so that's really all we did. Put some fresh fuel in it. And maybe when I put this hose back down in there, I pushed it down in there where it was straight. Maybe it was going sideways and not picking up enough fuel. Who knows? But anyway, we got fuel in it. Let's start this thing up. All right, will it run? Well, I don't know. Might run a minute, a couple seconds and shut off. Even this is in really good shape. So, the least I can do is try to get it back in really nice condition like it was when it was new. At least try. So let's go ahead and hook this up and see what we got. Probably will kick off just like it did before, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, glow plugs glowing. 4, 5. Are you kidding me? It's working. No way. I don't believe it. Well, I'll be daggone. Huh. I'll be daggone. Whatever I did fixed it. Oh, I don't believe it. It works. Wow. Well, I don't want to jinx myself. Let's plug it in. Let's try it one more time. I gotta put the cover on it. Maybe that was just luck. Let's try it one more time. All right. Doesn't stink or anything. Smells just like a regular heater. All right, let's do it again. All right, 1, 2, glow plugs glowing. 3, 4, 5. I don't believe it. Friends, it looks like I scored me a ready heater. I don't believe it. This is one of the nicest ones I've ever had. I can't believe it. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and take these off and smash them down a little bit so the screws will stay in and unscrew when I want to unscrew them. There's 7. I see there's 8 of them. I want to put the cover back on it here and watch it run a little bit, and I guess we'll clean it up and we'll wrap this video up. So, unbelievable. Sometimes you get some good deals on Facebook Marketplace. But, yeah, I guess I'll look that on this. Alright, maybe go ahead and put this together now. So, hey, let me know where you're watching from right now. So what I'm doing here is taking these little clips off. And this piece here, they get kind of, I don't know, stripped out. So I'm just taking a little hammer, kind of smashing them down a little bit on the floor and putting them back in. Just kind of tapping them.
That way when I put this screw in, when it goes all the way down to the bottom, it'll unscrew, because when it goes all the way to the bottom, it just sits there and spins and I can't get it out. So this will improve the thread grip. So that's what we're doing there. And this is our last one. And I'll wipe it down a little bit before I put all this back together, but can't believe this thing actually works. Alright, so we're getting all our screws in on our panel here. Look how nice this looks. I wiped it all off with some LPS1. What a difference. Man, it looks really good. So we'll get the rest of these guys here to the end and torque those down. And it's just now the beginning of winter, so I'll get some really good use out of this. The air pressure on this is, the fuel air pressure, PSI, is 5.3. So if I had a low pressure gauge, I could actually stick it on the back of here. But I don't think anyone's messed with it. It's probably okay, because that flame looks really good. Alright, so all I gotta do is do the top of it here. Still gotta wipe some more down here. And I don't know. And there we go. Wipe it off really nice. Even sprayed up the wheels. A little bit of cobwebs here off on it. Looks good. Looks really, really good. I can't believe I got this thing for that price, but you just never know. Alright, so let me go ahead and put the top on here, and we'll wrap this video up pretty much. Alright, she's a little dirty, but we'll get her cleaned up. Some degreaser and a light scrub with a Brillo pad here, just lightly, and it's coming nice and clean. I know, some of you are thinking it's overkill. I like to have nice things. I like for things to look nice. So we'll finish this up here, then we'll get this on. And just like that, folks, she's all done. Look how nice it looks. Yeah, I love it. Although I will take the handlebars up one of these days and probably re-chrome that. Just a couple of screws. But you can see it looks really good all the way around. And now, let's fire it up and see if it's going to continue to run. Alright, so there's a nice shot of it. All put back together. And let's fire it up. Watch, it won't run or something. I shouldn't be so negative, I know. Alright, so here we go. Hopefully she stays running and it is finished and done. 3, okay,
get it plugged in here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, she's running. She's working perfect. Nice red ring on the outside, kind of orange in the center. That's what you want. I'm standing in front of it and smells like a regular kerosene heater. Yay! Alright guys, I'm a happy camper. She is fixed. So I guess this is the end of the video. I did find a filter kit for the back of it for $10. Includes the fuel filter and all the gaskets. So I'm not even going to bother putting that on camera. I'll do that a little bit later, but I want to say thank you for watching this video. Until my next video guys, happy fixing.